Good evening and welcome to Jay Doyle Field for the second game of the season for East Brunswick, and they're hosting Hamilton West High School. I'm Rich Whalen, I'm joined by Frank Noppenberger, and we have a little bit earlier start than the last few years. It's 6 o'clock start, so we do see the sun out a little bit, and both teams, East Brunswick and Hamilton West, coming off tough years. East Brunswick had one win last year. Hamilton West was 2 for 9. So I think both teams kind of looked at their schedules and said this is a pretty winnable game. We were able to see East Brunswick last week against Edison. I think a lot of good things. The score kind of doesn't show that. They lost 27-0, but I saw a lot of good things that we'll get into as the game goes on here. And then Hamilton West ended up losing 34-0 to Jackson Liberty. What do you expect kind of tonight to be looking for both teams?
Well, after talking to the coaches, and you and I were both at the game the other against Edison, we thought defense was our strength. We did a couple long plays on their part, allowed them to score. Other than that, I thought our defense was pretty good. We're expecting a lot of pressure on our quarterback. I guess after Matt studied film, and we've got a protective perimeter. Obviously, the speed is a concern, and they've got a big running back. I think he played for them last year, had a good year, and Coach Groves Hall basically said we've got to gang tackle them. We got to bring him down. So gang tackling. We want to pressure their quarterback also, according to Matt. And, the old adage, they want them to play your position. Play your position. I guess that's from the old New England coach. Not play your position. They had a great week of practice. It's a very winnable game. Both teams played in the upper division last year, thus maybe reflected on their score. And now they dropped down a division, and that's where they belong. And so I think it's going to be a real competitive game. I think playing home, I think the Bears have the advantage. I think Middlesex County football's a little bit better than Mercer County. And as far as the 6 o'clock thing, start, that's everywhere now.
Yeah.
That's a practice everyone is doing. I know way back, Coach Mr. Yanazzo and I talked about it, and I just didn't have the guts to do it. But it used to be like a 8 o'clock game, then it was 7:30, then it was 7.
Right.
And now it's back to 6, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so we just watched the coin toss there. East Brunswick deferred, and Hamilton West is going to start with the ball. We also saw those captains for East Brunswick this year, so I'm just going to say their names. Number 13, Ethan Hernandez, who's a senior. Number 14, Felix Munoz, also a senior. And then Elijah Boza, who was a senior. So we'll see East Brunswick start with the kickoff. And a couple things you talked about. I know Brian Boswell is the guy I was looking last year that did the bulk of the carry. There's actually, it looks like a twin brother who's also on the team. So that's definitely something we'll take a look at with Hamilton that I'm sure East Brunswick is looking at. And there was kind of the good and not so good, I think, against Edison. Number 2 for East Brunswick, Farouk Tajuddin, had a great punt block, and he just missed returning it. He kind of had it in his hand, dropped it, which East Brunswick actually had a touchdown called back on a nice pass by the new signal caller, Sean Christie, who I thought did a lot of good things, looked pretty comfortable, but they did give up that one touchdown on the kickoff. So we'll see if they shore that up, and maybe we'll make someone else try to bring it up here. So here's number 51 for East Brunswick, the kicking duties here, and it's a low one to the up back here. And that was number 6, Zaire Dye, who's a sophomore. Looked pretty good returning that, and the Hamilton West will have pretty good field position here at their own 43-yard line. Like you said, this defense, I saw some good things. I liked Basketball player 55, Sean Nieves, I think, had a nice game. Number 11, Nate Charleston. A late guy coming on here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Nate Charleston was the defensive player of the week last year for East Brunswick. He's only a junior, and if that name sounds familiar to people, his father played here in the 1978 season, and then his brothers. Since then, there's been 5 of them playing in and out, baseball and football and wrestling for the Bears.
And that was number 5 for Hamilton West, Matt Brescio.
Yeah, that was a nice play they ran there. You know, some hiding the ball well. They had trips on that side. Now they go with a straight eye.
All right, they're now in East Brunswick territory. It looked like they hard count there, drew a couple East Brunswick guys off. So unless someone from Hamilton moved, which I don't think so, they're going to make this a 1st and 5. And I think, East Brunswick last week, few penalties that hurt. Obviously, they had the one hold on the touchdown called called it back.
Matter of fact, you saw that, right? You called it. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so 1st and 5 from the 41 of the Bears. This is number 2 for Hamilton. He's going to be close to that first down marker.
That's straight eye. You don't see much of that anymore, right? Power eye.
And that was Brian Boswell. That was one of the brothers there who ran it, and they're going to give him a first down. All right, so now 1st and 10 from the Bears' 36-yard line. Got number 9 for Hamilton in motion. Good penetration there by East Brunswick.
That slowed him up. Didn't make that tackle, but it certainly slowed him up, made him change directions.
Yep, that was number 56, Moore Clark, who got in there and, like you said, kind of broke the play up, and a couple Bears were able to make the tackle. So 2nd and about 8 here.
But they're certainly in 4-down territory, right?
I would think so. All right, in 51, we just got the information. Noah DeJesus, another basketball player. Up, and there's a flag there. That's usually a hold in that spot, yeah. So be interesting to see what East Brunswick does here. They're going to –
Frankie.
If it is, whether it will be a –
Can you grab me one of those programs? They have all the stats in there when you get a chance.
So interesting decision here, what they're going to do here. It was a hold, so they'll have to decide, make it 3rd and 8 or bring them back and keep it 2nd and long. They're going to take them back here.
Yeah, I would bring them back, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's make that about 2nd and 20-ish. They have to get to the 26-yard line.
They got trips out
here. So about 18, 2nd and about 18.
Do we have that covered?
And a little screen set up for number 15, Luke Bruch. And I was looking over last game, they lost to Jackson Liberty. And I don't know if we were talking about that. East Brunswick played Jackson Liberty at the end of the year and won 34-20.
Right. Yeah, that's a
Hamilton West lost 34-0 first week.
Common opponent.
Yeah, so that was the one player that actually had a reception. He had a 42-yard reception. They only completed one pass last week, so that kind of tells me that, and you're losing by a lot, so they probably, aren't as comfortable throwing the ball here. So these long down situations are extra tough.
Yeah, they're going to punt. They're not going to go for a 4th down if they don't get much out of this. Yeah, so they're going to punt, and we're going to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the smart move.
And that was
a good move on that penalty taking the call.
And that was number 14 on the tackle, Felix Munoz. Good job by East Brunswick D, giving a little bit of space.
He's who player, Felix?
Say that again?
Does he play basketball, Felix?
No.
Oh.
All right, and number 24, Gabriel Marquez, is deep for East Brunswick. See if the Bears can get a little pressure here. All right. Angled it, but not too far. That's by probably the 25-yard line.
Yeah, didn't even get a first down on it. Oh, that's good.
All right, they're going to mark it out at the 28.
Now,
all right, so that holding penalty really hurt Hamilton there. And, East Brunswick defense tightened up once it got second and long there. So good, like you said, good decision there to take that penalty and push him back. All right, so Sean Christie here, he's a sophomore. I thought one thing I took out of the game, he looked pretty comfortable back there.
Oh, I thought he threw a nice ball. He had a nice soft touch, and then he threw a couple long ones. Well, one was for a touchdown, right?
Yep, Charleston in motion there. All right. And that's to the man in motion, Charleston, about a 2-yard gain. And I think one thing for East Brunswick to shore up a little bit, and they're doing quicker passes and things like that, right, is just give the quarterback and your running backs a little bit more time back there.
And certainly give him some more confidence. It's only his second game. He's a sophomore.
And he's a good athlete, too, so I think you might see him run the ball a little bit more than he did last game.
We showed trips last week, and Edison didn't cover it well.
He's looking – okay, he was looking for Hernandez there. Yep, one of the captains. So
he didn't go after the ball. That wasn't a bad throw. I thought it was a well-thrown ball. It was down, and he would have to go down for it, but it wasn't going to be up in the air for grabs.
All right, so this is a 3rd and long for the Bears, 3rd and about 8. They need to get the ball, looks like, to touch that 37-yard line, and they'll have a first down. So these sometimes, are a younger team, some new guys in some positions here. These are 3rd downs that can keep drives alive here. Would have liked to be a little bit shorter than 3rd and 8. Charleston.
Oh, look, we got 4 receivers over here. Delay a game.
All right, Hamilton West. You know what I saw? I was going to say something. Hamilton West sort of had some guys coming on late and looked a little confused. So, you don't want to be unsure at this stage, especially where you've been struggling the last couple of years.
Not only that, it's a good timeout, because now if there's a penalty for whatever reason, because there's too many men on or illegal substitution, and you give them a first down, because if we punt from here, they're going to get decent field position again.
Yeah, and I always felt in football, not timeouts matter, but you really, really, if you can, especially if it's going to be a close game, which you're never sure of, you want those in the second half. The first half, you can use them a little bit more. So
we had trips on this side and I think it was Charleston again in motion. That gave us 4 receivers on this side. No one on the other side.
Yeah.
So he's ineligible.
Yep.
No, there's 2 over there now.
Yep, so empty back, right? We got Hernandez and Munoz on one side, and then number 4, I must say, Sebastian Darasan had a touchdown called back on that hold. He's got some speed, so he's a guy to look for, too, for the deep ball.
Here we go.
Yep, great pass there, and look at the speed there by number 24. The flag, I don't know what that flag is about.
Where did he see a flag?
He threw it. The side judge threw it there. That was Gabriel Marquez.
That's got to be a clip.
It's got to be something, but you know what? Where he threw it and what I saw, it looked like it was, I don't know where that was from. I missed it.
But that was a nice play, nice short pass. I remember Matt Pazinko, Coach Pazinko, telling me early in the year, our short passing game. Who caught that and ran?
That was number 24, Gabriel Marquez. He was the deep guy for East Brunswick on punt returns.
That's a kick in the pants, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that now you're back and you're all excited early in the game. You're in 4-down territory. You got momentum going.
Now, the only good thing, I believe this is a spot foul. So they're going to walk it off from the place of the hold here. So, not that it's great for East Brunswick. You're still going to lose about, 30 yards.
But you get a first down.
You still get a decent gain. So it's a little bit different high school there, that spot foul of where the penalty took place. So East Brunswick will have a first down. So good positive stuff right there.
Very impressed with Christie there, how he stood in the pocket and just picked out his receiver.
Yeah, that
was a good call, a good pattern, everyone.
Yep. Yeah, he looks very relaxed and poised back there for a young player. So Hernandez in motion there. Christie fakes a great decision there, and here's some of his athleticism and speed.
Get out of bounds.
And that was a good decision there. That was a read there. They were on Farouk Tajuddin, the running back, and he pulled it correctly. Did a good job of getting outside, and he shows you there. He's got some athleticism, some speed there. So,
and I like that he didn't want to. That he kind of went out of bounds rather than trying to run someone over.
All right, so East Brunswick's got a little momentum here. 2 big plays in a row. They're in Hamilton West territory. 1st and 10. Christie in the shotgun. We got Tajuddin in the backfield. There's Charleston in motion. And nice read there by number 15. He just read that. That's Luke Bruce, who
I don't even know if anyone put a helmet on him.
Yeah. So there's a backwards play, a loss of about 5 there. So we got a 2nd and long here for the Bears.
Still got 3 downs.
Yep. And this is even one of those, you get inside the 35-ish yard line, 30-yard line. This is probably one you're going for, I think, on 4th down.
Oh, absolutely.
So, again, keep an eye on number 4, too. He's one of their deep threats.
Oh.
Yeah, Charleston he just kind of turned upfield a little early, but another good pass by Christie.
Right.
And I like that play, too. If he would have caught it, that gives you about 6 or 7 yards, so it makes it a little bit more manageable. And
there's so much you can do out of the trips out there, especially if they got one guy deep.
Exactly.
And you can read, get it to a short man.
Yeah, you get sometimes when you have that one receiver on the backside, you isolate him a little bit, or a tight end sneaks out. So here we go. This is that empty back formation here.
We got 4 over here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there's Charleston there. He's going to cut it up inside. And now it's decision time for Coach Pazinko. You're on about the 38-yard line, so it's 4th and 10. Do you want to try to pin him back here, or do you want to go for it? So it looks as of right now they're going to
go for it.
Although number 78 is their punter. That's Anthony Toludo.
Well,
you don't always see the 70s as punters, so. But no, Christie's going to stay out there, looks like. Now they're taking a lot of time here, so we got to watch the countdown here. And then
double pass?
No.
What's that, like a rocket?
Yeah, I guess
something similar.
Yeah, I hope that's just the thing you have to rely on. Obviously, that the ball's thrown 7-8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so you just got to hope you can make a play or you can get a block, or all right. So
That's
some positives there, right?
Well, yeah, he showed confidence in his offense, his quarterback and receivers, and that may be setting someone up for a double pass.
Correct. They've done a few of those little screens, so got to get them to bite on that.
All right, good penetration by, was that 66?
Yep, that was Josh Lee. Looked like number 14 Munoz was in on that play. A couple other guys, so good job. We got about 5 minutes left in this first quarter. 0-0.
I'm looking at the records here. I don't know if we've ever played Hamilton West in a football game. I know we have in my career. East, we used to play in sub-varsity.
Nice.
There's the ball.
Yep, we're able to fall on it. So, you know, both teams, you know, East Brunswick almost exclusively, but Hamilton West a little bit. A lot of teams do this shotgun, and you sometimes take for granted the snap, right? That you have to be good. A play like that in a game like this can just kind of turn momentum. So, again,
the pressure on the center.
Yeah.
On every snap.
And you could be good for everyone but one, and that one could, you know. So here's.
You got some big tackle breathing down your, you know, head, ready to rip your head off.
All right, another long third down. Up.
Gave him a hitch.
Yeah.
Good job.
And that looked like number 55 with the pressure there. That's Sean Nieves.
Well, it all worked out for the Bears. Hopefully they'll field this punt correctly.
A couple of nice little hit there by East Brunswick. I thought Edison the game too. One thing in my head, I'm thinking Edison, you know, within the rules, had a couple really nice big hits. I'd like to see East Brunswick do that too. Send a little message. Obviously, do it within the rules, but you know, fire your team up a little bit.
I think Coach Matt Pazinko told me the same thing. Good move by that kid Russian not to go out for that block. You know that
exactly.
It's. I mean, blocking a punt, you know, it's so difficult. You can miss it, be right there, miss it, hit the guy's foot, and it's roughing the passer. Roughing the kicker.
Yeah, you sometimes see those highlights of games where the guy's right there and it just goes through his hands, or he just, you know, so. And that East Brunswick, like we talked about earlier, Farouk Tajuddin, number 2 for East Brunswick, had a punt block that he almost returned for a touchdown. And that was a huge play.
In his hands, out of his hands.
Yep.
Oh, that was so exciting.
All right, so we got Christie.
Oh, look at this, a double wing.
Yep. And then Hernandez in motion here. He's going to give it to Tajuddin.
Nice run.
Yeah, and he did this last year for them too. Good runner inside the tackles. Let's give the offensive line some credit. They maybe struggled at times a little bit last game, but did a nice job there of giving them a hole. Yeah, they're going to give him a first down.
Notice he protected the ball also.
Yep. So East Brunswick's in a little rhythm here. Had a good drive, a couple big plays, another first down here.
Just keep it on the ground because they haven't stopped our running game really.
Yep. Little toss here to Charleston.
Well.
All right, so good play there by Hamilton West. Lost about 2 on the play.
Yeah, it's tough. You do a long lob pitch to the short side of the field. It gives the defense a lot of time to get there.
Yeah, that's my always thing on fourth down plays when teams go for it, where they give it to their back guy. It just gives the defense a long chance to come make a penetration and get in the backfield.
Right.
All right, so Christie again in shotgun. Single back Tajuddin. He's going to give it to him.
Positive.
Good hard running.
I guess that's twice, maybe 3 times we went straight ahead on the right side.
So, again, they're kind of in the same territory when they went for it before. So, you know, Coach.
But this is a third down, I think, Coach.
Right. I'm saying so this might be his thought. You know, I don't necessarily have to get all the yards here. You know, maybe even if I get 3 or 4. So, you know, running's in play. I'd like to see Christie roll out again, give him that run-pass option.
Right.
I think he's good with that, I think.
Well, he said, Matt said he makes good decisions. Coach Steinfeld said the same thing.
Let's see what they do here. Up.
Us.
Yep. All right, so going to lose 5, so that 5 that they got on the last play is going to move back. So, again, make this a 3rd and 12.
Third down and 12.
All right, I'd come back with the same play.
Whatever
you had called. Because you had confidence in that play.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So go, come right back with it.
All right, Charleston's the lone back here. A little bit of a tighter formation on the left side.
Here's your pass run option. Nope. Here we go.
And they got it, yeah.
Nice run.
And again, Christie, nice job staying in that pocket, stepping in,
Just
not flustered.
A short pass, was about 12-yard pass maybe. Who caught that, Coach?
That was 24 again. Gabriel Marquez, who looks like he's a guy East Brunswick wants to get the ball to. He's quick. He showed that his hands are really good. He's got nice speed. He's shifty.
Who made that interception early in the game against Edison? That acrobatic.
Right.
That may have been him.
I thought it was
early
Munoz,
in the game.
number 14, I think, and then Charleston had one later in the game.
Right.
And I apologize if that's wrong. And there's Christie. He's rolling that nice. Oh, and he had the guy deep, I think, too.
Yeah.
All right. So Hernandez was open. It hit his hand. Should he caught it? Yeah, could have been a little better pass, sure. But also number 4, Sebastian Darasant was also open. And you know what? Those throws are tough as a righty going that way. It's not as easy.
And there was a defender in there that made him throw it high.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you're not there with no one around you. So, but
it's only 2nd down. No need to panic here.
All right. So Bears from the 30-yard line here, and there's
nice legs.
Yep. That's Tajuddin, and that's going to be the last play of this first quarter here as the clock runs down.
Kind of went fast,
It
right?
did, yeah, pretty fast. I mean, East Brunswick's obviously been throwing it a little bit more than Hamilton here, but, I think a lot of positives from East Brunswick here, both sides of the ball.
No, I like our game plan on offense and defense. I mean, defensively, I think we're all over them right now. And offensively, we're moving the ball. Can't have that mistake.
Look at this EBTV, how good with the stuff up here. The East Brunswick logo, the Hornets from Hamilton West.
Well, Pags, you're the man, Pags.
Yep,
you are the man.
Let's give them some credit in terms of all they do for East Brunswick sports. They're at everything.
Yes.
Giving the kids and the parents a chance to watch this for how many years have they done this too?
Yeah,
when I played, they did this.
And they've got it all on tape now. Whatever they're doing, but from the first year that they were taping, from the late 70s to now, anything taped, I guess you can get a copy of.
Yeah, and they just showed the cheerleading squad there. We're gonna get into, as the game goes on here, we want to kind of tout and give a shout out to all these sports teams and how great the players are and the coaches and everything that's
well, next week the Bears go to Franklin for an afternoon 2:30 game at Franklin High School. Then a big day on here we go.
All right, so here we go. Got a 3rd and about 7, we'll call it. Need to get to that 20-yard line. And Christie keeps it good. He
good
fooled
block
the whole
13. Good block 13.
And
see, he didn't have to knock him down. He just shielded him.
And that's good ball handling there by Sean Christie, because I'd say 8 out of the 11 players on the Hornets thought he gave the ball up, and he kept it. So that's those are little details, working on that as a quarterback with hiding that ball and reading it. Exactly.
He read 13's shield. He didn't knock the guy down. He just shielded him off, and that's what you got to do as a D-back. As a receiver.
Yeah, and here we go.
So can you get a first down here? Or is this first and goal?
Yep. As long as that ball touches that 10-yard line, it's a goal to go. So the chain crew is off except for the guy holding the down marker. So be sharp here for your East Brunswick. No penalties. Take care of the ball. You need touchdowns here. And there's Tajuddin. And pretty nice job there by Hamilton West. A couple guys got in. Nothing really he can do there, right?
Did they change up the defense? We were tight. We were tight. Maybe if we were spread out more, that would open it up. But we were in a tight formation.
Hey, and sometimes it's a numbers game in terms of stuff too. You hear with in these situations, teams loading the box a little bit and really committing to that run where you have a play action or you roll a guy out. So here, a little bit more spread formation here. And there, Christie's going to keep it. That's what I like.
Here it is.
Oh, pretty good throw. He gave him a chance. That was Charleston. That was good job by Christie. He rolled out. He kept his eyes downfield. That pretty good throw to Charleston. Charleston had a chance at it, right?
And I think he had a run option there. You see the whole army of players out there. But his first look, he saw the guy open.
Yeah, and so good job. And I like East Brunswick giving that option to Christie to run it too. And
notice he went to the right side.
Yes, exactly. All right, so here we go. 3rd and goal. Be interesting what East Brunswick decides to do if they don't make it here, whether they try for the field goal or go for it. Charleston out wide here. Christie's rolling out to the right again. He's looking downfield. He's going to turn and run it. He's going to be really close. They're going to mark him at about the half-yard line. All right, and you see East Brunswick's whole team saying, we're going for it.
Right, I'll tell you. What is that called? The push-tush? What's that thing?
Yeah, right, the Philly. Yep.
Let me tell you. Not that they've got any monsters inside there.
I remember years ago, right, that good Bears team, 85-86 with the Fridge. Gave the ball to William Fridge Perry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Fridge.
And it looks like, I think they might do that with Nieves back here.
If you're not sure, get a timeout, Coach.
Yep.
There we go.
Timeout. Bears.
All right, so did we want to highlight anything? I know you're talking about Franklin, right?
And we have Franklin, who's going to be a real good game. Then we have on the 20th, we're home with Monroe, and we're honoring that last state championship team. And the word is most of the guys are coming back. They're going to honor them for that championship, which is a pretty cool thing. Coach Steinfeld had that in the works for a good year or so. So that'll be exciting. Then we go to Old Bridge on the 27th at Hunterdon Central. It's a tough schedule.
It's still tough.
The end of the schedule there.
And I saw South Brunswick North Brunswick lost the first week. South Brunswick beat North Brunswick, who coming into the year, not that they were going to be quite as good as the last few years, but
you think about it, we got Old Bridge, Hunterdon Central, Peeway, North Hunterdon.
That's a tough, that end is very
Come on,
tough.
Who made that schedule?
All right, I think they're going to push Christie here or Tajuddin. Let's see from behind. They're going to give it to Nieves. Oh, man. And it's one of those things, it's 4th down. I thought maybe.
Why reverse handoff? To me, that's timing. Remember you were talking about just before when you're in the eye, you get it to the long, straight.
I thought for sure QB sneak and then kind of even pushed from behind. It was a half yard, but hey, let's have the defense here.
I'm not sure about that placement. Where's he got it on the 7?
I think it's on about the 2. I think he going for more yards. I mean, forward progress was probably stopped a little bit.
But I don't even see the ball out there.
I think I'm seeing where the down marker is maybe on the 1.5 yard line, 2 yard line.
That
maybe.
was our ball sitting there.
And it's easy to, I have all the answers when I'm up here, but I thought maybe Sean at 4th down could reach that ball out. He was really close, but he's not used to carrying the ball as much either. He's not a running back. All right, here we go. All right, and they're going to dive it, but we got We got
Whistles.
and a flag late.
On the play.
All right, so that's movement by
Them.
the Hornets, so it'll be half the distance here.
Flag on the
So it'll be a first and
Still first down.
So Hamilton West, for the fans out there, that's the original Hamilton High School. Hamilton East is Steinert, and Hamilton North is what, Mr. Whalen?
Hamilton North,
Begins with an N.
Nottingham.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You got it.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I know a little bit. All right, I would think you would do the same thing. Just give it to this fullback. I would not give it to the deep guy. East Brunswick could get up, and they're going to QB sneak, which I like.
Right.
That's sort of what we were thinking maybe they would do on offense, the Bears. Just kind of have Christie dive in there and,
Right.
and give a push.
Sometimes we outthink ourselves.
Yeah. All right, so we got a second, and I'd say about, close to 8-7.
7.
The Hornets have to get the ball. Looks like they have to just get past the 12-yard line for a first down.
Great job, Mr. Malta. We got plenty of police. We got cheerleaders here, the band, everything. Great atmosphere. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, I like our new principal shirt down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get a
Good job,
view
Ed.
of that. Yep, Ed did a nice job. All right, trying bouncing out. Nice play. And the ball came out. They're going to say it came out beforehand.
Yep.
And give number 1 there. We got to get on our roster here. I don't quite have a number 1. So we'll maybe find out with Mr. Malta or someone who number 1 is.
Number 1.
But he made a really nice play there to kind of... And then the Bears were able to swarm and get that ball. So defense, big play, picks up the offense a little bit.
And it's funny, Coach Pazenko said gang tackling. That's what it was.
Yes.
Second guy in and put his hat on the ball and boom.
Yeah, and you get one guy there that's making the tackle. The other guys go
look at
after
this.
the ball.
They're going to call a timeout. They got to call a timeout.
number
They
59,
got
yeah.
people running all over the place. No, they're not.
I'm surprised. I'm very, very surprised. See if East Brunswick can take advantage of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Ooh.
All right, well,
Number 5, Raul.
that's Raul Anuski, that he's a senior, showing some nice speed.
Right.
I like he went outside, but then he cut it up once he kind of got outside.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe continue with your speed. Oh, they're going to put their goal line defense in.
All right, so second and goal here. You're on the 2. I might even do 3 QB sneaks in a row.
Or I would do some sort of
Or to the fullback.
fake it, fake the run and have them pass option.
All right, they're going to be in shotgun. They're going to give it. All right, and that's number 1, who we're going to have to get
We'll get
a
it.
name on him, but you didn't get much there. Good penetration there by Hamilton. I wouldn't mind Sean Christie just getting behind center. Not that, listen, 2 yards is a lot, but something where,
Right. Unless they're in the goal line there.
yeah.
All right, I go with a pass. The pass run option
yeah.
to the right here. He can run the ball. He makes good decisions, and the worst thing he'll do is throw it away.
All right, and he's going to stay in the shotgun here. Charleston in motion. He's
Here
going
it
to
is.
throw it. All right, so he's going to be about they're not even going to give him any yards. I thought maybe he might get a yard, but he did get hit and was down right away.
Well, now it's another yard.
Well, I think it's still on the 2, so it's
Oh,
still.
you're right.
Yeah, I thought it maybe was a little more, but he was down right away, and
Ball on the 2.
they always said with like certain teams and with like Tom Brady and stuff that how good they were in the red zone. It gets tougher to score because the space that you have isn't enough. So
Right.
you know,
Exactly. Now we got to get a timeout. We got to get a timeout.
I
here.
would think so. You got to really be.
Nope.
All right, we got a lot. All right, now he's. And who's going to call that?
Them.
Okay, Hamilton West is going to call it. I almost thought East Brunswick might
Yeah.
call one too.
Well, they were positive in their play. That could be your sneak right here.
Yeah, Yeah.
because he spread them out.
Yeah,
And
like a
then
quarterback draw there if he stays in the shotgun.
Boy, it's easy up here.
Yeah, it is. So we have some, stuff. I know we have time.
All right, so boys soccer, they had a tough one yesterday, and I know they're playing tomorrow, but they're going to be okay. You know, their first game was against South Brunswick, who was in the GMC finals last year, lost in like overtime, but they're a quality club. Girls soccer, they played a real tough Saraville team that won their division last year, the White, to a 0-0 tie. A typical East Brunswick girls soccer, great defense, and we just got to work on getting that ball in the net.
That's the name of the game, right? All right.
And field hockey's on a roll again. They had a big win yesterday.
Yeah, how about that program, right?
Yeah,
they've
two in a row, I think, GMC's, and the nice win yesterday against Metuchen.
All right, here we go. Looks like a similar formation that we saw. Christie in the shotgun. He's going to keep it.
Here he's in.
He's in. Nice. Let's give the Bears offensive line and back, and I think one of the receivers.
I like the call. He had all the other people on the left side, and went right back to the short side with the. Is that called midline? Is that midline?
And East Brunswick did a nice job there of blocking and giving him that edge so he could get to the edge. So
that allow him to do his job was to read.
So good job by the Bears there. So this is Noah DeJesus, a basketball player as well. I didn't know he kicked lefty. So first attempt for the Bears this year, and looks pretty good there.
Boy, he looks like a chip shot for him.
Yeah.
Like, he had his 9-iron out and just chipped it in there. Nice.
All right, so the Bears for their first score of the 2024 season here.
And the lights come on.
Yeah. So with 6:40 left in that second quarter, 2-yard run by Sean Christie, and the extra point by number 51, Noah DeJesus, put East Brunswick in the lead 7-0. So East Brunswick was able to convert with the good field position, good play by the defense.
Turnover.
All right, there we go. Look at this crew.
There's our principal there.
There he is with the shirt.
There's you can't see it, but there's a bear on that shirt.
All right, good job by the crew there. Thank you. All right, and I'm Rich Whalen, joined by Frank Noppenberger. So first broadcast for the football team this year. Have the lead 7-0. Just got a score off of a nice play defensively where they got a turnover to get themselves really good field position. 4th down, goal to go. Sean Christie with a 2-yard run, followed by the Noah DeJesus extra point, puts them up 7-0.
All right, so we're going to kick this deep because they haven't shown us anything offensively. Maybe that first run, that was about it. So let's not outthink ourselves and go for onside, kick it deep.
And then what's hurt them a little bit is the couple penalties that have made them 2nd and long, 3rd and long. They look like a team that if they're going to get scores, they're methodically going to get 3, 4, 5 yards here or there. It doesn't look, at least right now, and give East Brunswick defense credit, a team that, has that big play threat.
What could that possibly be?
Sometimes you got to wait for the refs to give you that whistle that it's in play. So that might have been he was just a little too excited there to kick it. All right.
Stay bounds. Oh. Nice catch. Who is that? Allen caught that?
Yeah. First
showed some athletic ability here. Allen for alignment, not bad.
Yeah.
And what did they get it on, the 35?
The 35. Yeah, those linemen sometimes when they have those plays by the goal line and they go in a route and they catch the ball, they're excited, or they get an interception or a fumble when they're run.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
why they don't go to the big guy here?
and look at they got the big fullback here. Wow, I don't know if he's been in the game for Hamilton. Good penetration there. 66 again.
Great defense.
Yep. Number 52, 55.
We beat them off the ball.
Yep. Josh Lee was there. We had a bunch of Bears. Amore Clark, number 56.
Just a solid defense here, right?
Yeah.
Because now they haven't been able to prove that they can get yardage.
Yeah. All right, so we got a 2nd and 12 here from the 33-yard line.
Boy, the clock's moving. 6 to go. Oh, sorry, it's on the screen. Good job, Pags.
At least someone listens to us, right? I don't know how many people at home, they probably have us on mute, but Pags is listening to us here. All right, so
hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up.
And good hit there. I like the hit there, too, by the Jesus and the East Brunswick, the pressure on him.
Good coverage.
Yep, good coverage as well. You need that when you have a little bit of time. And East Brunswick defensively just pinning their ears back and coming after both the ball carrier and the quarterback. So, this situation, you see that. Hamilton West, maybe a little screen pass, something where they're being really aggressive here. A counter, a reverse, but East Brunswick keep doing what they're doing.
Screen passes and draws are thing of the past, so we're not going to see.
Yeah, listen.
Maybe they'll come back someday.
Yeah.
But the old.
And there's different, now a lot of the screens are different than the typical screens from years ago, but.
Oh, that's up for grabs.
And right at that last second, I couldn't quite tell. I know that a couple Bears were in there, but made them kind of a little uncomfortable and have to kind of.
Well, it was interesting. They kept the two backs in there for protection. The kid stayed in the pocket, but he doesn't throw a long ball very well.
So I'm going to make a little prediction here. If number 24 from the Bears, Gabriel Marquez, gets a pretty good kick to him and he's able to return it, I'm expecting a big return here. Possibly a touchdown on this one. I feel like East Brunswick is set up for that here. A big return if he gets it cleanly.
Never heard Coach Whalen go out on a limb like this. It's the new him.
They said, well, let's see. All right, let's see what he can do here. Not quite.
Well, please don't go to Atlantic City tonight.
All right, so good play by the punt coverage team there.
It wasn't a bad punt by that kid.
No, it was a really good punt,
and
actually.
he had to go back and get it.
You know what? Sometimes with those two, where that happens and you spread out the coverage a little bit, you see some of those bigger kick returns.
So we got 5 minutes to get another score.
Yeah, and the other good part is they deferred. So East Brunswick will be getting the ball to start the third quarter, which I always think is, nice, especially you have a lead. And this would just be a bonus here if they can get another score. All right, so the Bears start from their own 35. Just kind of like we've been seeing most of the game. We got Christie in the shotgun. Hernandez in motion. Got the handoff.
Kid read it well,
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been a loss. I mean, maybe he got a yard out of it.
Yeah, maybe they're going to give him about a yard there, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. And we'll try to get the player for number 1's had a nice game, a couple good runs. He had that nice play where he had the tackle to slow the guy up, where he had the fumble that led to a score. So we'll work on that for the second half to get who that is. All right, 2nd and 9, Bears from their own 41. Christie in the shotgun. We got trips to the top. Christie, good job getting out of there. And again, turned a negative into a positive there, so ended up getting 2 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here.
3rd and 7.
And number 24, who's had a nice game for the Bears, Gabriel Marquez, is coming into the game. That would kind of be in my head as the Hamilton West defense to kind of keep an eye on him.
So wide side of the field is to the left. So you got to go with your pass run option here. That's one of my favorite plays. It's almost like a waggle.
And I like to give number 4, Sebastian Darasan, a chance here. He's got single coverage. He's got speed. He's got height on this guy. They're going to come down here. Flag is on the play. It might have been a hold. You see number 78 already like this, thinking it might be on him. That's Anthony Toludo, but we'll see what they call. Usually a hold in those situations. They're going to decline that.
Holding penalty is declined. We'll bring up a 4th down. And force Bears punt.
And they got some single coverage in some spots. I mean, Christie took a chance down here. I do also like, we saw him have the touchdown called back and then one that kind of went through his hands where he made a nice play. But he's got some speed. He's got some height. You'd at least like to give him a one shot, I think, to make a play. So we'll see. But
I think against Edison, it may have been, what did they have, trips, and 2 guys came short, and I don't know. I think it was off of a trip formation.
All right, and this is number 78, Anthony Toludo.
Nice, easy punt.
And it's going to take...
What's this kid doing?
Yeah. Well, hold on. They blew the whistle, so that would have to be that he fair caught it to blow it that soon. And I mean, in other levels, you can't, if you call a fair catch, you can't then run with it.
I didn't see him fair catch it.
I didn't either.
It bounced up to him and he took it.
Yeah, but the whistle blew when he started running with it before he was down, so not quite sure what that was. All right, East Brunswick started from their own 35 last possession in Hamilton West.
Plenty of times. 3:35, what we use, 1 timeout?
Yes, and then this is one of those things. Hamilton West had a rough first week. Last few years haven't been good. This is where, you know what, 1st down, you'd maybe take a shot with the play you have or something. Let's see what they do here. And that's going to be to the up guy, that big fullback there. So that's about a gain of 3.
Nice game tackle.
Yeah, big boy there that got the ball. I got to get his number. That's number 11. Let's see what they have on the 6 foot 265 is what they have him listed at. I played in the game one time. They had a big fullback. I got run over. I still remember I got hit. I thought I came up and filled the hole. No, I got hammered. A big guy like that. So
265. What were you, about 150 then?
About 165 in high school. All right, and here's Hamilton West, 2nd and 7.
Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Ball. We got to catch that. We got to get that. We got it. Look at this. Look at this. You're number 1.
It was. It was, though. I did see the clip on that. The other one I didn't. It was a clip.
And what happens is they get so excited.
And it was not needed either. The guy was by him at the time. It was.
Yeah. I'll say we got to work on that number 1.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that was number 63 with the pressure, Jose Rosado Sr. And you're exactly right. You're excited. You have an interception. You want to be involved with it, and you just. I remember another time, kind of. I think they picked it off Madison Central, and I'm a sophomore, and I'm running back, and I'm not paying attention, and someone just leveled me. I'm not even in the play where they call that now, but that taught me to never. You always want to be on guard when you're on the field. So, unfortunately, with that penalty here, East Brunswick, obviously the interception stands, but now instead of a touchdown, they get pushed back to their own side of the field.
We got plenty of time, though.
Yep, got a lot of time.
I'm not sure about that throw. Oof.
Well, you know what? And like I said, definitely number 63 for the Bears, Jose Rosado, got in kind of as he was throwing it and definitely affected that. But that was almost East Brunswick almost didn't come up with that pick. They
one guy handing it to the other guy.
And Christie, another good decision there to keep it.
Get out of bounds. No, we got time. We just got to hustle up here. Come on, get the next play in.
All right, 2nd and 2. They're looks like they're going to have these guys talk to each other here, I think.
Well, they were talking about going out to dinner, Charleston and the other guy.
All right, so we're under 2 here. East Brunswick's 7-0 lead. If you're just joining us, a 2-yard run on 4th and goal from Sean Christie. The Jesus kick was good. And like we said, I think earlier, I think East Brunswick has 2 timeouts left. Christie from the shotgun. Not the best snap, and he's down there. It's going to be close. They're going to give it to him with that spot.
That's all you wanted was the first down.
Yep, and high school, the clock does stop until...
Okay, let's get the other play in there, Coach.
Yep.
Coach Jaeger, let's get it in there.
You're under 2 minutes in this first half.
All right, 1:30 left. First down for the Bears from their own 41. Trips down to the right here. Christie in the shotgun with Tajuddin. He's looking deep here. He's looking deep. Good.
It's a heck of a catch by 14.
Yep, and I think he's the one that had that nice interception. Hey, you give your player a chance there, right? So Felix Munoz there does a great job of going up with 2 hands, getting at the height of the ball. Good throw by Christie there. And I think the 3rd opportunity for the Bears inside the 10 here. They got stopped on down once. They scored on 4th down here. 1:07. Late substitution here by Hamilton West here. Charleston's in the backfield. And they're going to give it here to Ethan Hernandez. And can he get the corner? Not quite. And they're keeping him in bounds here, so you got to see with East Brunswick here what they want to do. They might take a timeout, I would think. All right, and they are going to call a timeout.
Okay, of course, Coach Mr. Malta came to the rescue. Number 1 is Jacob Howard.
Jacob Howard, and I remember him from last year. He was a sophomore, and he ran the ball a little bit, and I think as a sophomore,
he's very athletic.
Yeah, and I think not that he had a rough year, but he kind of was developed, and I like the jump he's made from that sophomore to junior year. So good job by him, and has his hands all over this game in terms of stuff that he's done. So good job by him.
39 seconds to go. Well, you're getting your kicker ready. And the tee's always a biggie. Get that.
What? Oh,
get that. Who's got the tee? Where's the tee? Oh. Again, I'm still going to go with that pass run option with him. He makes so many good decisions, and our receivers they're possession receivers.
Well, and then you put the defense on their heels a little bit because you got this quarterback rolling out. Is he running? And do I commit to it? There's a lot of stuff that happens on there, and like you said, if you have a quarterback who can make some good decisions.
Plus, you're on the left hash.
Yeah, I think
all the time.
And good use of the timeout there by East Brunswick. Settle everyone down. Remind everyone 1 timeout left. You might even have a couple plays, called here if you don't score on this one. So Christie from the shotgun. Charleston in motion to our wide side. Christie's going to roll out a little bit to right. He's going to throw one up.
He tried to come down with one hand.
Yep.
Come on, Charleston. Your father's
Yeah,
going to tell you got to go up for two hands.
That was
like the outfielder.
That was Munoz.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. So I would almost either give the RPO the run pass option, or even run this ball here. Maybe, I know you don't like this, quarterback draw where you have them in the backfield.
You got one
and
timeout?
then with just him, you have a timeout. So you're going to lose that timeout anyway, right?
And you got to go with your spread. You
got it right. Spread them out.
Put one of those guys in motion. No, he's coming back here. He's coming back. Their timeout. Good timeout on their part.
And there's one of those things, you lose them if you don't use them. So if you see something or you see your formation, these guys, these coaches, right, put in a lot of time looking at film. They see tendency, they see formations, they see things, and you might see something. Obviously, East Brunswick could change what they're doing here, but maybe your personnel in there is not what you like for what they have, so you call timeout. So, this is a big play in the game here, right? East Brunswick on the verge of putting up another score.
Well, I see 51's got the kicking tee in his hand for the field goal
that's good. He's ready. And the other thing you're thinking probably with Hamilton West here, you give up a touchdown here. Mm-hmm. You're down 14-0, and East Brunswick's getting the ball to start the third quarter. So
well, even if we kick a field goal, it's still 2 scores.
True.
I mean,
true.
I think we have to come away with the score here.
Sure, you just hate that as a coach, right?
But
and I don't know, after a timeout, you have this guy running off the field. How does that happen?
Right.
I don't get it. But 2 guys in motion. Did they see it?
Yeah.
They saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. There's 2 guys in motion. Munoz down here as the guy was. So that's going to be a penalty on East Brunswick, unfortunately. Illegal motion.
2-minute motion at half.
We got some nice speed, some shiftiness in the backfield. We're going to be all right.
Yeah, and I think they do, and I think, it maybe looks a little quicker. Not that Hamilton West isn't, but, I think you're right, though. I think there's some options, Munoz, number 14, made a great playing ball. I like Gabriel Marquez. Howard has looked good. On both sides of the ball. Tajuddin defensively and running the ball's tough along the tackles. Christie looks good.
Yeah,
you got Charleston. You got a lot. You got
some
options here.
Skilled position there, receiver-wise.
And there's Marquez in motion here. Christie up the middle.
Whoa, he drilled it in there to 14.
Great play there.
Great read.
Yup, and a nice catch. He used the 2 hands there. So with 24 seconds left in that second quarter here, an 8-yard pass from Christie to number 14, Felix Munoz. And the Bears are looking to go up. Hopefully 14-0 here with the extra point by De Jesus.
Let's just kick it. Let's not get... Good job. What a nice set. Everything.
Yeah.
Turnover. Kid Christie, I like him. Sophomore, right?
Sophomore. And I was actually talking, Coach Grossholz is at the same school that I teach at in town, and we were kind of talking about the game a little bit, and we both kind of said we were impressed with how Christie, his poise, which you, I think, used the word.
Sophomore, right?
His feet, he stands in the pocket. He also, we see tonight a little bit there, he's getting out, and they're giving those run pass options as well. He's athletic, and he's got some, like you said, there's some guys to throw to, so you're not keen on one guy either.
I was just going to say, the other thing I see is he's thrown to many. I'd love to know how many of the receivers have catches and how many were thrown to, you know.
Yeah,
I think he spreads it around.
Yeah, we know Charleston has had at least the catch. We know that obviously Munoz had the touchdown in that big one. Yeah, he's Charles, right? He's been thrown around, and we cheerleaders they're finally getting the workout this year, right?
Remember
there we go.
The push-up. I like when it gets fourth quarter and they're in 21, the push-ups turn into not push-ups, where it's like a
oh
half
right.
a
Well,
push-up.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Oh, that's a great kick.
Yep.
Good coverage. Stay in your lane. I thought I saw the ball bounce out.
All right, and I think you'll see Hamilton West here just take a knee. They're
Or give it to the big guy.
Yeah.
18 seconds to go.
I still remember I talked to Coach Monaseski, the boys' basketball coach here, years and years ago. I think it was the Giants were playing someone. It might have been Kerry Collins or someone else, I forget, but they threw a out with like 10 seconds left in the half, and the guy from Arizona picked it off and went in for a score when they're on their own like 20-yard line.
Bobby lost his mind.
He did. We always talk about that.
It's better than Pissark trying to hand off to Zonka on the reverse handoff, a 32 blast, and Edwards picks it up and runs into the end zone.
Yeah, Herm Edwards was most known for that before he became a coach and then worked on ESPN and stuff.
Was he the famous playoffs?
No, that was Jim Moore, I think, right? I'd be very surprised. I mean, listen, you're down 14-0. Anything can happen
no,
here.
You're not going to. So look, we're 20 yards deep, and they're all speed guys, right?
All right, and East Brunswick only has one timeout, so that's going to be it for the half. So
wow, nice half for the Bears.
Real good half. 14-0 Bears, and you're seeing, all areas where they're doing some good things. So we will be right back with the second half.
High School cheerleaders. And now, welcome to field to the 2024 East Brunswick High School Marching Band to perform their show entitled Chords. Music for the show is composed by EB alum Franklin Hansen and current Churchill Band Director Chris Bouvier. Students are led on the field by senior drum major Jocelyn Ruiz and drum major Charlie Wells. Drum major Jocelyn Ruiz. Is the band ready? You may take the field for your halftime entertainment. the East Brunswick High School Marching Band. Band director, Brian Totes. Again, this is the show Chords, music for the show composed by East Brunswick alum Franklin Hansen and Churchill band director Chris Bouvier.
Welcome back here to Jay Doyle Field in East Brunswick. If you're just joining us now, we see on the screen here East Brunswick 14, Hamilton West 0. We're about to start the third quarter. East Brunswick will get the ball. And just a quick recap here. East Brunswick started the scoring with 6:40 left in the second quarter with a 2-yard Sean Christie run. No De Jesus with the kick to go up 7-0. And then East Brunswick with 24 seconds left on an 8-yard pass from Sean Christie to Felix Munoz to put East Brunswick up 14-0 with the extra point from Noah De Jesus. And just kind of an all-around nice start by East Brunswick, both offensively and defensively. And we see the cheerleaders here doing a nice job as well. And I know you wanted to talk about a couple things there.
Yeah, let's give a shout-out and congratulations to the coaching staff. First, Matt Pazinko. Matt Pazinko has been coaching here since 1995. Football, wrestling, track, he's done everything. Matt Pazinko is the varsity head coach this year. Zach Zaga is our offensive coordinator, doing a great job. He also coaches the wide receivers. He's from the Woodbridge area. Dan Pike, EB grad, 9th year. He was a football player here, 9th year coaching. He's the defense coordinator. Alan Grossholz, can you believe it? He's in his 17th year at East Brunswick High School, coaching and teaching. Chris Crisal, although he's not new to East Brunswick, he's an EB grad. He's in his 15th year of coaching football, but he's in his second from East Brunswick, came over from Linden. Dylan Espinal is a freshman coach. He's in her 6th season. Anthony Cavallo is a freshman coach. He's in his 4th season. We got a volunteer in Christian Richards, an EB grad. Dave Hagen, another famous name in East Brunswick. The entire family were athletes, student athletes, and outstanding people. And I think they're all in education. Dave Hagen is an 8th grade coach, 18th year. And Nick Candelario is in his 10th season with EB. And I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate our new principal, Edward Bukar, who came over from South River. Frank Malta, our athletic director, I believe he's in his 6th year here, doing a great job. And Dr. Jennifer Klein, yes, Dr. Jennifer Klein. It's not a play on words. She got her doctorate in athletic training. Congratulations to all of them, and thank you for their help.
Good job there with that.
Yeah, it's all from memory, Coach. Maybe not.
So a little short kick here. And that's Marquez.
Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Well, I wasn't right on the punt return, but he has a chance of scoring here. Give me a little credit.
There you go.
Give me a no. There's no laundry on the...
Laundry. Oh, I like that. I like that.
I'm going to say he caught it at about probably the 25-yard line.
I missed that. Who was that?
That was number 24, who I said was going to have a punt return tonight. He ended up having, so that was Gabriel Marquez, number 24.
Number 24, Gabriel Marquez.
Now, last week,
yes.
Edison started off the third quarter with the kickoff return.
Right.
East Brunswick flips the script there and does it. So we'll have to get a true ruling on that. I'm going to call it about 75 yards. I think he caught it probably around the 25-yard line, maybe a little bit closer, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
And my memory serves me correct. I'm going to look up the longest return.
You're dangerous with this record book
well,
in here.
No, it's from my head. It's from my head. It's not from the longest kickoff return is 96-yard Eric Phillips. Saw that game. Bobby Mineta, 93 yards. Tucci had a 93, and a man Lamming. I saw all four of those for a kickoff return. Although he's not going to be in the record book, he's a few yards The record is 96 by Eric Phillips and 81 at Cherokee.
Good action.
job.
Yeah.
That was all from memory, by the way.
Yeah. Noah DeJesus with the extra point. Give number 14, Felix Munoz. It wasn't not a horrible snap, but wasn't the best snap, and he did a nice job with that hold there. So there's the cheerleaders.
Oh, cheerleaders.
Let's make sure they're doing. We have to. We're watching here. Let's see the form here. Pretty good.
Well, there's a young man in the back. I think he reminds me of you, Coach Whalen, doing those. Look at that.
Years ago, maybe.
Straight back.
Not
Good
now.
job, girls.
Special teams.
All right, so
nice job. They had a punt block first game. Obviously, we talked about the how they flipped it last week. They gave up the kickoff return, but I had a feeling that Mark has just kind of how he moves, this type of that he'd have a chance at a big play. I said the punt return, but that was – and listen, you can't do it on your own. So nice blocking by the Bears there as well. Gave him space.
He had a nice juke about it midfield, and then his speed just went by that last guy, that safety.
Yep. Yeah, it looked like – yep.
Now, if you're Hamilton – right?
Yeah.
Struggled last year. You're playing against a team that you felt you could beat coming in.
All right.
Oof.
All right, and
Great
Howard
coverage.
in the play again. We got number 14, Felix Munoz, making his presence felt.
Jacob Howard is all over the place.
And listen, he did some things for East Brunswick last year, but I think from kind of seeing him last year to this year, he looks just from here a little bit faster, stronger, a little more aggressive.
When all the numbers you keep talking and the people making plays, big plays, they all got like an 11 or a 10 next to their name, which means they are underclassmen.
All right, and here's the Hornets.
Somebody's hung in with them there. Look at that gang tackling.
Yep.
Everyone.
Oh, come on, if that's a late hit.
Yeah, it's probably what it's got to be.
Saying they're all on the play. I mean, it could be something else, but face mask.
And speaking of Dr. Klein, there she is out on the field. All of a sudden it got dark, right, Coach?
It did.
Oof.
It did.
Remember the days of Saturday afternoon football.
I remember when I played a couple games where we would have Saturday afternoon, and obviously
we had lights.
We had lights.
Yeah.
We had grass here.
Yeah, blame that on the athletic director who believed we should have a day game. And I know Coach Borden used to get very upset with the athletic director.
He did like the grass. I remember we had a game here one night. I think he was happy. It was raining, and it was
North Brunswick. North Brunswick.
Yep.
I remember making that call to play the game, and I got up here, and oh man! And my thing.
The grounds crew was happy with you after, huh?
Well, I kept saying it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
All right. So, first and 3 here in the shotgun. He's going to roll to the right. Pretty good effort there by the quarterback.
Right. He's just got to lower his body when he's running. He's wide open there.
Yep.
He can get smacked.
And that looks like a new quarterback. It was Brescio, number 5 for the first half, so they're going with number 16. If this is correct with the roster that we have, Tyrone Krupe. It does list them as a D-back on here, but we're just going by the numbers here. I mean, there is a quarterback, 13, Colin Bressler.
Like I said, what do you do? I mean, that's what they do. They're going to come up with something. You got to do something to spark them.
All right, and we got the big man there in the backfield. And that's going to be a false start.
On the offense, Under penalty, still be first down.
And this, if you're East Brunswick, listen, you have a 21-0 lead. You got to be feeling good about yourself, but you want to keep the pressure on. You want to, you can see Hamilton West is kind of sluggish right now.
Yeah.
You not only for this game, but moving forward, I feel like maybe if I was going to nitpick a little bit, Edison game, and obviously that kickoff return to start the third quarter didn't help. I feel like maybe East Brunswick was a little sluggish that second half.
Right.
So you need to play a full game here. So,
Yeah, we don't want to get into bad habits. I mean, that's. Oh, he's just throwing that ball up. Interception?
Nope, he dropped it, but a good play on the ball there by number 13. That's Ethan Hernandez. And I believe that was Noah DeJesus. Good pressure, good hit, too. We were talking about that. You said Coach Pazinko was telling you about that.
Right.
Come up and smack, legally, but come up and smack some people here.
Pressure the quarterback. I guess they recognize that they're shy.
Yeah, and listen, you want to send a message here too, and when you're able to, and you have a chance to put a big hit on someone, you want to do that. Not only to send a message and to be physical, but also to have them second guessing, having them a little hesitant, have them maybe make a mistake where you get a turnover. All right, 2nd and 15 here. Screen, there's that screen.
Hands up. I've been yelling, hands up, hands up.
And that's DeJesus.
Who was that? Who had that block? 51?
Noah DeJesus. He played on my basketball team last year. He's a talented kid. He's athletic. He's a smart kid. I think he got himself in really, really good shape for this football season. Another guy on my basketball team that I think did a great job of getting himself in really good shape has been playing well. That's number 55, Sean Nieves. So they both, I was watching them in the preseason and what they were did. They got themselves in good shape, and it's showing on the football field here. Third and really long here.
Really long.
Yep, and Brescio's back in. He's going to throw one up. Six got to say, you know what? He had a step on him. East Brunswick's got to be careful there. You remember Nick Spadafino, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I played, he was our defensive coordinator, right?
And
I can still, to this day, Rich, get depth. Because I would come up and, I played a pretty aggressive free safety, and I can still see it. If I did something, I would sometimes have my head in the backfield.
Yeah. I'm looking for the Hamilton schedule.
Okay, yeah. I have that here. We'll get it out. Going through my papers here. All right, and there's Marquez. Let's see if he can return a punt here. How many people have done that in East Brunswick history? A punt and kickoff. Do you know that one?
Has anyone done both?
That's what That's my question.
Let me work on my.
See what you can come up with.
Memory.
And I'm going to look up. I know I have it. I printed one out. Their schedule. I thought I printed one out. We'll have to look for that.
Well, no one has done it, but the longest run with an interception will never be broken. Because way back in the 60s, you could return the ball out of the end zone. And if my memory serves me correct, Dave Wall had like a 104-yard return out of the end zone. And then recently, Dave Novak, whose kids play with Glenn Pazinko's kids down in Jackson, baseball and football. And then Eddie Baker in 68 had 81 yards.
All right, so Christie, good play there, good read. He ended up getting a couple yards, so going to be 2nd and 8. Not much doing. Good job by the defense here by Hamilton.
Yeah, but the outside is open. I mean, You know, they're really clogging up that middle. I like the way Christie follows through with all his fakes.
Yeah, he did. Yep, he did a nice job.
Once or twice, it may work. But if it helps get a first down or 10 extra yards.
You know what I always try to it's the details, right? It's when you're playing, it's the little that people think are the little things, but things like that are a good example.
I love this formation. All right, good.
Yeah. Listen, he's not forcing anything there. He's not making a. All right, Toledo's coming up a little bit.
That's a cramp, right?
Yeah, it looks like a cramp.
It's in the calf.
Now, I don't know if you remember this last year. East Brunswick played Franklin really hot. It was one of their other. The third quarter, I'm not even exaggerating. An East Brunswick guy would go down. Then the Franklin guy, East Brunswick guy. It was one of those things. And they're actually lucky. We said the Edison game, we had really hot weather up until that game, and it was cooler, and today's not a bad night either.
There was a couple that went down. We figured it was. So did we come up with that schedule on Hamilton?
We didn't, but you know what? I thought I had a sheet. I can look on my phone if I have some Wi-Fi here.
I know I saw it somewhere.
So we got a defensive holding there. And that's going to be a first down.
Great night to play football, though, right? Think about it. Very comfortable.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Like the uniforms, too, Coach Steinfeld. I think he designed those. I like the helmets. Very simple. Green and white.
All right, so benefit of the penalty there. Bears are going to start 1st and 10. Little screen there to Charleston.
He's got some wheels.
He's got some room.
Oh, nice cutback. Another cutback. No flag. Just tell me there's no flag. Good job, Danny Charleston.
Yep.
I mean, not Danny. Danny's the dad.
And I think I caught the tail end when you were talking to his father. He did say he thought he was going to be getting a few more touches on offense. And
that's exactly right.
And I think we see why there. He made, good decision by Chrissy, smart pass, and then Charleston did most of the rest of the work and a couple nice blocks he got downfield as well.
And he really cut back, read the defense. But it's amazing, the kid Christie and Matt both said the short passing game. They knew they got a bunch of guys that can catch that ball and run with it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
All right, so 27-0 EB with 7:22 left, and I got the schedule here. So they're at Trenton.
All right.
Then they're home against Princeton. Home against WWPS, West Windsor Plainsboro South. Home against Nottingham, who was you're asking me.
All right.
Then they have an off week, and then they play at Robbinsville. Home against Ewing.
A lot of Union County, or what's that?
Mercer.
Mercer County.
And then finish off the year at Steinert.
Yep, that's a big one. That's their Thanksgiving or end of the year game. Yeah, we seem to be the big dog in their schedule.
Yeah.
Trenton could go back and forth. They're hot and cold with their team, but most of them are all Mercer County teams.
Now I wonder, after a certain score, they go the jumping jacks maybe, not the push-ups. And I'm just going to talk real quickly. We saw a great routine by the cheerleading team, this fall cheer team at halftime.
It just dawned on me why it's a Mercer County. They're not in the same conference as EB. So Frank Malta and Andy probably picked these guys up as a crossover on their own.
Right, they're in the WJFL capital, I believe.
Okay, so your question was the longest TD pass for a touchdown, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was seeing if we knew if there was a kickoff and.
Okay, so the longest pass reception. Oh, you'll like these names. Good gang tackle. Look at that. Everyone. Who has the record? Longest pass reception for a TV? 1995, I was there. Chris Yanazzo. 95 yards. That was a trick play, as I recall. And that was against Manalapan. And then Tim O'Sullivan, 93 yards in 09. And Kenny Weinrob. Remember Kenny Weinrob? In 2000, 89 yards.
All right, so here's Hamilton West 714. Does that number mean anything to you, 714?
714.
Baseball?
7. Mickey Mantle and Bill Scarron.
All right. Do we have a new signal caller?
Oh, good play. I don't know. I don't know who initiated all that. I guess it was R66.
I think they were both doing stuff. Obviously, you're probably watching that as
the referee.
Yeah, but they looked like they were both into it. It was definitely after the whistle.
Right. So that should be both teams. You can't.
Personal foul against the Bears. Personal foul against the Hornets. Offsetting penalty.
Yeah,
good call. Look
yeah.
at you.
Okay, so what is 714?
What wasn't that? What am I thinking? No, I'm thinking. What was the? What did Ruth have home runs before when it got broken?
Yeah, 714.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then I'm second guessing. I'm thinking. I saw. I don't know if you saw the Yankees won 3-0. One hit the Cubs. Did you see that?
No, I listened to part of it.
All right, 1st and 10. Big hole up the middle there.
Yeah. See, I mean, for Hamilton West, that's a nice play.
Probably.
And why not?
Probably their biggest run of the game there, right? They. Hey, listen, I've been on teams with this. I've coached teams, right? You have a big lead here, and you have to continue. It's easy up here, play with that energy and keep your edge. And
you've seen that with basketball. You let another team back in there, and it's so frustrating.
All right, nice job by the defense there, and that's Josh Lee, 66, who had the offsetting penalty. He played, listen, he's playing with energy. He had that after the whistle, but you're playing hard. Obviously you don't want those penalties, but you're enthusiastic. You see come up, it's a 27-0 game. He's got energy. That is.
Yeah, you can't stop that. Take that away from them, and I'm glad the referee gave it to both guys because to determine who was at fault. But that's a good.
Unless you clearly see it,
penalty.
right?
Let's cut the BS,
exactly,
guys.
Exactly. You make your point there. But that's contagious, right? That energy and whatnot. So here we go. We got the shotgun. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeps it there. Really didn't have much of a choice there. Either way, Bears were there. Host the Bears.
Yeah. Hamilton doesn't seem to be coming off the ball offensively, and that's so big. You got to get an offensive line coach. Remember, Harry Morris.
And
was
number
big.
52, because I know he made a couple plays I didn't have on the one roster. You have Louis Schwall, so he was in on there. Noah DeJesus, so want to give these guys their credit here for a couple really nice plays. You think this is a passing down here?
Oh boy!
Oh, that should be pit.
Oh.
Sometimes those one right in the hands are the tough ones.
Well, what you're saying is, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you're looking at 6.
And you have a lot of green there, too.
And you're looking at 6 in front.
All right, let's come on here, Mark, as I said, a punt return. Let's see if they give him a chance here. He's got we're calling it a 75-yard kickoff return. Let's see if we can get something here. I always talk about that with our basketball team, out of bounds plays and things like that are like special teams in football.
That's a nice punt.
Really good punt. Angled it beautifully.
The punt goes out of bounds at the 35. The Bears will take over there. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Dan Pike is our defensive line coach. Really prepared the kids for this game. Really, because we're dominating on that. Our defensive line is all over them. Good job.
Yeah, and you know what? And we're talking a lot with the quarterback, running backs, receivers, right? In games, basketball's like that, right? With guys that score.
Right.
But defensive line, offensive line, those. A lot of games are won and lost in those trenches, and they don't always get the credit. And I think the offensive line for East Brunswick has done a really nice job.
I like the way this kid bounces.
Yeah, and know what he's doing a better job of? I remember last year talking about he was standing up a little bit straighter now. He's getting a little lower. He's lowering his shoulder a little bit. Obviously, he's got good speed and playing with energy. So I remember last year, and I think he had a little bit of trouble last year with the turnovers. So defensively, look at the plays he's had.
And I think he's a junior this year.
He is.
So think of that. You're a sophomore and you're getting banged up. And our schedule was pretty tough last year.
So he's had a great game in many areas. I like how he was flying on the kickoff return, that last one too. He was coming down. Christie didn't have much there. He did the right thing. He kind of just went down. He didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, I think that was a straight run because we had no one deep, and maybe we're not going to throw the ball.
All right, so we got a 3rd and 12. We're down to 3:30 left in this third quarter. If you're just joining us here, nice start to the third quarter. Gabriel Marquez with a big kickoff return to put East Brunswick up 21-0, and then about 4 minutes later, we had a 61-yard pass from Sean Christie to number 11, Nate Charleston. So see if Hamilton West can get off the field here. That's Hernandez in motion. Going to run it up the middle. So good, decent yards, but it's going to be about 4 or 5 yards short. So it's going to be 4th and 4. East Brunswick's going to have to punt the ball here. All right.
Some people are saying go for it here. Is this what I'm hearing? The crowd?
Well, I saw number 78 there, Toludo. Something happened with the other player. I think he was pointing at the scoreboard because the guy was saying something, and then I like what number 2 did. Farouk Tajudeen kind of ran over him, and I think communicated just to cut it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a senior, so you like seeing that with the leadership.
We don't have enough guys out there.
Yeah, I think we're missing someone.
He's not even counting yet, the ref.
Which is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes. See, those are the things, and you know this, right? As a coach, drives me crazy.
I mean, there's got to be a coach there saying, punt team, get ready. Punt team, get ready.
And it's also, listen, not that you're a team, like someone pay that stuff just. Oof.
And then the kid that's not there say, Coach, remember, I'm out, Coach. Or he should go to his backup and say, remember.
And it's communication. It's getting ready. It's third down. Listen, if we don't get it, it's all that type of stuff.
Like my kicker, he got the kicking tee ready.
And you know what? This game, does it matter? No, right? In terms of the result, most likely. But it's going to matter, right? You're going to be one of those games, and it could be a play here, a play there, and you never know the play. You could burn a timeout. You could lose,
Well said.
So you're missing one guy. A guy comes in and blocks a punt. So, all right, so Hamilton West is going to start on their own 36. Haven't really, probably their first drive was their best drive.
Right. They had a nice run.
They probably only have 3 or 4 first downs maybe this game. Oh. That was a miscommunication. Number 3, nice play there.
Interception number 1?
That was number 3, I believe. Chase McLean. So that was a matter.
Trying to figure out who got that interception.
Number 3, right here. He's coming off the field.
Oh, that's a 3?
Yep.
Well, you got to get bigger numbers, Coach.
So, yeah, that was – he was reading the quarterback's eyes, made a play, and the Hamilton West guy was running the deep ball.
Did he stop and go or just go?
He might have stopped that. I just saw him going deep, and then, obviously the quarterback was thinking he was running a different route there.
Oof.
Bears have it at the 45 of the Hornets, first and 10.
Charleston in motion. Christie in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. And that's Raul Anaskai.
I'm gonna pull a Rich Whalen and make a prediction. We're gonna run this drive, not particular in this quarter. We're gonna break off a big run in this drive.
I remember years ago.
Flash and signals.
Now the receivers, if you're running in the plays and stuff. Now you see mostly the quarterbacks.
When I coached, that's what we did. We had the receiver running in and out. Oh, not a good choice.
He was just hoping there, right?
First mistake I've seen him. Now, did that get tipped or did he get hit?
I think a little bit of both. I think both. I think he got hit and maybe even got tipped. Now, do you think, are they going to ever, high school or anything? I know the money thing, ever have the headset in the quarter?
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
I would think.
Softball's got it.
They do.
Softball was in last year that the catcher gets the call from the manager, like in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I'm waiting for that, right? I would think that's around the corner,
right?
Just like the shot clock's coming.
That's coming in basketball.
I've been hearing it's been coming for a number, right?
I know you're goofing on me, but
no, but I'm saying there's Christie. Good decision to keep it. He's going to be about 2 yards short, maybe a long yard short. Might as well go for it here, right? You're gonna be able to not snap the ball. I would not snap the ball. Obviously, it's under 20 here. You don't need another play. Talk about it, but why not?
Matt
go for it here?
Pizenko's so good with that stuff.
Yeah. No, actually, 40-second play.
All right, so end of the third, East Brunswick 27-0. Just to recap the scoring for the Bears so far, 6:40 left in the second quarter. 2 yard Sean Christie run. Noah DeJesus with the kick. Go up 7-0. 8-yard pass from Christie to Munoz with 24 seconds left in the half, up 14-0. Start off the third quarter here with the 75-yard kickoff return by Gabriel Marquez. And then with 7:22 left in the third quarter, a 61-yard pass from Sean Christie to number 11, Brett Charleston. The extra point no good, so 27-0 there is where we stand.
Okay, Coach Whalen, again,
Yep.
now I'm going back in my memory here. When you played, there was no running clock. And for years, there was a 35-point difference running clock. It is now 33 points running clock, and it will never go back. Like if the other team scores, then now it's not.
Got it. Once it starts, that's the way it is. Okay.
It used to be 35, and I remember guys complaining.
Well, no, what happens, you miss a couple extra points, so they probably put that in where it's like, you know. All right, here we go. 4th and, let's call it 2. Good pull by Sean Christie. Good hit.
He didn't make it?
No, he made it. He made it. He
No,
got,
the referee was.
I think he was just because they made it stopping the clock.
No,
because
the far guy.
Okay.
I thought he was pointing the
No,
other way.
he made it by a good at least half a yard, a yard.
How about that fake? The fake to the fullback.
Oh yeah, he took a good hit, right?
He's not going to go.
Thanks a lot.
He's not going to go into the line of scrimmage like that anymore
Right.
if he doesn't have the ball.
All right, so Bears keep the clock moving here. 1st and 10, their own 35. Christie in the shotgun. He's going to give it off. Maybe about 2, we'll call it. And that's Howard.
Josh Howard on the carry.
The JVs, hey, good job to the JVs last week. They had a very spirited game, a tie game against Edison, the JVs. I told it was a very exciting game. I couldn't make it, so congratulations to them.
All right, 2nd and about 8 here. Howard still in the backfield. Pass to Charleston. Good job by.
No. It's not fast enough. It's not quick enough.
Snuffed out by the Horn defense behind the line of scrimmage.
Getting a little bit chippy down there, too.
Yeah.
Referee's going to mark it at the 36. Lots of it, 1 yard.
And I know we were talking about this earlier, just looking ahead. East Brunswick will have at Franklin.
Yeah, that could be tough. They've always got some athletes. They play a tough schedule. So that'd be a good game. And it's interesting. It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
And
Look at
Christie
this. Look at
keeps
this.
it.
Look at it. Boy, he's pretty shifty.
Yeah.
And only a sophomore. I know I keep saying that. But he's going to develop.
I was talking to his mother, who took the duties of taking some pictures here on the side. The father usually does that. He is watching the brother who's at FDU playing football. He's got a game tonight. He went up to that game.
Wasn't he big, tall?
Yeah, about 6, probably 6'4"-ish.
And so he's going to get bigger this
Yeah,
kid.
I think he's playing. Yeah, and Sean is in. I believe Derek's playing tight end for them. So I'll have to. I said I was going to check in and see when I got home, check out the game. And
who was that?
Derek Christie.
Yeah, who's he playing for?
FDU.
FDU. I thought you did say that.
All right, East Brunswick's going to go for it here. They're kind of in that in-between territory. 4th down. Going to hand it off to Howard. He's going to get a few yards, but not enough for the 1st down. So it's going to be a Hornet ball. But I do like, Howard running the ball lower, holding on to the ball.
Hitting the hole hard.
Exactly. Not dancing around. All right. Love to keep the shutout if you're East Brunswick. That's one thing as a coach I'd be saying, let's get that shutout. We want that shut, to
defensive coaches want a shutout, and the kids want a shutout.
All right. Here's Noah DeJesus. This is the second. He's got to make sure he gets out there on time here. They're going to call timeout, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We just want to be sharp here, guys. There's 9 minutes left. We need to have the guys out that are supposed to be out here. What are people doing?
Let's finish strong, looking sharp. Okay, field hockey team. Field hockey had a nice win against Metuchen, open up season. Tennis had a nice win against Edison, and that was Thursday. Most of them had off Friday, which is today. A lot of them will be doing games tomorrow and or Monday, and that starts at 2 or 3 games a week. And if you need to look at the schedule, just call Frank Malta's office.
That's it.
He'll give you the schedule.
I actually saw Coach Todoroff, who's helping out when I was coming into the game. She was leaving. And a good story with her, my sister Erin, who played for, I think she was a freshman or sophomore, and Coach Todoroff yelled from the sideline to her one time,
Yeah.
Erin, are you okay? And Erin goes, yeah. And she goes, then run.
That's a famous story.
It's a great story. I love it.
Well, you guys goof on coaches all the time.
But in a good way, Coach Todoroff is one of the best to do it.
Oh, that's a nice play. Quarterback draw. Well, the kid went down.
Exactly. Like last minute, the guy slowed up. There was contact there, and I know you want to protect the quarterback.
So anyway, Coach Todoroff has been involved in field hockey in East Brunswick. He's an 8th grade coach, or an East Brunswick coach, township and public school since 1977.
And she's still only in her 40s.
Yeah, and she played here for us. And then she played at Rutgers. So she said all those years of field hockey.
What a wealth of knowledge.
Loves the game.
Loves exactly.
Break down.
Yeah. And the biggest play, no flags on the play, so good run there by number 2 for Hamilton West. I don't think we have a number there, a name to the number.
Now I think they're going to start chirping in the defense. Hey, shut out, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's got to be a leader out there telling them, hey, let's the game may be over on the scoreboard, but no, we're not going to let them up.
Yeah,
we're not going to let them in.
You develop habits, right? You are, how you play all the time. Every play is a new play.
It's a motivation within the game, another motivation. Game's over. Don't give up points. Get your hands up.
And that's going to be close. Touchdown.
Got to get our hands up on that pass rush, guys.
And that's a new QB, a lefty in there. That was a good throw. I missed the number on that. Who caught that? But I know number 13. That was Colin Bressler, the quarterback who threw that. And that's the first score this year for this Hamilton West. They got shut out.
I guess I'm sure they're gonna go for 2. Might as well start practicing that. And now they got guys in and out. They're gonna have to get a timeout before it turns into a.
Hey, and how about you got this number 13, and I know it's later in the game, but that was a good ball,
sure
lefty. He's a sophomore, 6'3", good height.
Nice post pattern, too. Good spin, guy. I don't think he made it. But.
No, just short. So 27-6 East Brunswick. That was a 32-yard pass. Not quite sure who he threw it to. And actually, there's a little bit of a Pazinko connection there with the Jackson Liberty squad, right?
Well, Jackson Liberty, Glenn Pazinko, one of our most outstanding athletes, his son, Tucker, is a starting defensive. he's at Liberty. It's starting defensive back and running back / receiver for us.
So that was pretty interesting even last season where East Brunswick played them, right?
Yep, down there. We were down there, and his eyes got big on a pass at a flat. His eyes got big because there was no one in front of him. You were talking about green in front of you, and he had the touchdown, and happened. He just dropped it. He took his eyes off the ball, but he had a pick 6.
Yeah.
And he's a varsity baseball player, and this is his sophomore, and then he was went to Atlantic City for wrestling.
Yeah, well, listen, that Pazinko name is, a name you think about with good athletes, right?
Maybe the family with most varsity letters. Now, there's got to be an asterisk. Now, Montesesky may have it, but that's different brothers, and this is the one family Pazinko.
Right.
With Teddy, Nick, Glenn, Sue.
Now East Brunswick is getting ready for this onside kick here. And they played a lot, not that you still see multiple sports guys, but you don't, see as many 3 sports and stuff like that anymore, right?
No, it's specialization. You got to be an exceptional athlete.
All right, so East Brunswick is ready here, which you would think they're doing the onside kick here, so they have some hands guys in there. It's got to go 10.
The guy hit it.
Yeah. And that was close. Yeah, the flag, he probably just touched it just before.
Oh, there's the flag.
Yeah, it was, yep.
One of the Hornets players touched it before it went 10 yards. It was recovered by the Bears.
First touching at the 49.
So, finish strong is my thing here.
Yeah.
Let's finish strong. Let's drive it down the field and get a score here.
And I'm even seeing, it looks like Christie's still in there, but let's see. They might even, at this point, not that you have to here, but you might have some guys that have been practicing well.
Maybe.
That
I don't know. I don't know if we're there yet. It's early in the year. Christie still needs his reps as a varsity quarterback. So, if somebody's got a little nick to them and a little of an injury, absolutely. But turn that corner.
Yep, he's got it. Good speed, good blocking again, and I think the offensive line for East Brunswick, has just been really, really good, giving some good holes, getting that outside for them to turn the corner. And that was number 5 for East Brunswick. Ralu, no psych.
That may have been his first time we called his name a senior, so he's getting some reps, which you stated.
Yep.
Makes sense.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Bears. Right on the 30-yard line. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Just under 7:30 left. Going to give it to Howard.
Oh, way to break the tackle.
Good run there. Number 14, Munoz, had a block, and then he avoided, I think, maybe getting the clip there, which was smart.
It's interesting. That snap was a lot sharper than a few of them before it. A few of them were floating. This one was right at him. I'm amazed on how good all these pros and high schools and colleges all use shotgun. Very seldom do you see miscues.
No, you're right.
I mean, as a quarterback, you take your eye off it for a second, or the lack of concentration. Same play, get the first.
Yep, and that's going to be right at the marker. He's going to mark him a little short, the guy on the far side, so it's going to be third and less than a yard, so it's going to be third and about inches here.
Penalty, holding against the Bears.
Oh.
All right, and there we get the call, holding against the Bears.
Look at that. You got the bear on there, Pags. Good job, Bears.
Just inside the 30-yard line.
Hornets in color. You got fourth, you got penalty. You got it all going, Pags.
All right, 2nd and 9.
Is he playing the clock on this?
He is. He's taking his time. I think he's looking at the coach that can maybe see the bat one to.
Well, the guy who's got to count is the guy behind the defense, right?
Yes.
And usually you see him.
Yeah, you can see the he'll do
Right.
the 5 with
Right.
with the arm when there's.
Marcus used to drive Piscataway crazy with that.
Hey, it's a
great
good
strategy.
it's a good game plan. You know, I mean, we were talking about the shot clock with basketball, so you see teams that maybe not as talented, but there's no shot clock. We're gonna not hold the ball,
Right.
but take long possessions,
Right.
run our
Shorten
stuff,
the
make
game.
you play defense.
Get them to panic.
Yep. Try not to turn the ball over. Take
Because-
good shots like the Villanova when they
Oh, yeah.
with Massimino, right?
With Georgetown.
Yep. Now you have to execute, right? And you have to.
Chris Fallon was the kid that kept hitting it from the wing.
Yeah, I forgot
of-
what they shot from the field, but ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. 4:50 left. 3rd and we'll call it 5. All right, and
I missed that. Broken plate, maybe?
nah, they were trying to up, and there's a little injury there too. Unfortunately, luckily we haven't seen too much of Dr. Klein, which is good. Kind of went down a little awkward here.
She's an EB grad for those that are interested. Played softball for us and soccer.
I know. Just recently, I was talking to her the other day. Recently got married over, you know.
Right. She moved into Spotswood, right next to, right on the border by the President Streets.
Okay. You know that area well.
Yeah, a friend of mine bought friend of mine I grew up with, Spotswood. That was his house.
Okay.
Somebody lived there in between.
Hey, and listen, that's a big job what she does, right? Being a trainer for this athletic program, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's
And she's so sharp.
yeah.
She really is.
So being at all these events, practices.
And she was talking to me the other day about mustard and what was that?
Yeah,
for?
we were talking about the cramps and
Mustard?
how yeah, something with the spicy kind in terms of relieving that. But I know coaching basketball, what a good job she does with our players and being at the events and there's multiple events
Right.
a lot of times at the high school. So she's the trainer that we have, so she's moving all over. There's something at Churchill she's got to get down to as well. So
And she's got the respect of everyone.
yes.
Yeah, she does.
All right, good to see number 5 walk
That's
off
got to
on
be a
his own
cramp.
path.
Good job on the screen there. You can see him limping off.
Yep, and that's Raulu Anosike. So good to see him walking off here now.
That was the senior that just maybe wasn't getting a lot of action before, and he got in there. Maybe it's a pull.
So East Brunswick's going to go for it. It's 4th and 11. They're at the 30. No one in the backfield here.
Oh, man alive. Ethan Nathan Hernandez, good for you, senior.
Yep.
One hell of a catch. Went up and got that rebound.
Yeah, it was just one of those plays that, threw it up. And obviously when it's fourth down like that, you maybe could have been in a little better position that D-back, but like you said, he went up and made the play.
There's another cramp.
Yep. All right, let's see if Noah can make this. We had a little problem on the last. And that's good. All right, so 34-6 Bears. 4:05 left in this. Look at the little girl here if we can get running.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see if we look at this.
Looks like one of your daughters.
Wow. Good job.
Let's watch the cheerleaders. We don't want anyone backing down of those 34 push-ups.
I think they did the jumping jack. I think they get a score, right? They said
are we getting soft? What is going on here? I got to talk to Malta about that. Cheerleaders getting soft. Now we're doing, was it after 20?
There might be. They had something, I remember college football, something. I don't know if it was a mascot that had to do it or something. The score was like in the 70s.
Probably have one big costume.
Oh, man. Well, they still have this here. Do you see the bear that we used to have? Is that bear?
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be somewhere, right?
The costume?
The bear costume, right?
Joanne Majestro, I don't know. I'm sure they bought one since then, but remember she bought one. She said, "Nop, if we pass the budget," this is when they voted for the budget, "I'll buy you a new bear." Budget was passed that night. The next morning, I had the PO on her desk.
Now, here's a question for you. I know it was a little bit, wasn't the bear a little smaller, though, costume? You were never the bear, were you?
No.
No, okay.
But yeah, the legs, remember, they shrunk. I tried to clean it and fix it. I think I had my wife clean it a few times, sew it up.
You wouldn't mind that in some winter football games.
Remember
to stay warm, right?
Remember they used to get dehydrated when you guys were playing, how good we were? We had the bear at the basketball games. They'd get dehydrated. Oh, Mr. Hosser, the trainer, would be checking them.
Yep. Now, what I remember, you hear it now, and let's give the band the good credit here playing. You can hear them in the background, I'm sure. I remember it was quite often. Look at the crew here going right to the band. Great job, and just kind of that atmosphere. We used to have basketball games.
Never
have the band.
Yep, the pep band under John Kish. There's a name from the past. Would get there and they'd clang across the field.
All right.
Drove the other teams nuts. I used to get so many complaints.
So East Brunswick is putting some new guys in here, but there's a little confusion, so they're going to call a timeout, get everything set. But, yeah, know what?
You know what I remember a band they used to play? I remember when some colleges did this. They would play the Olympic theme in the time when you needed a stop or a fourth.
Yeah.
And John Kish had that blasting the Olympic theme. I used to get pumped about it.
And you know what? How talented these kids are. They can play anything now too. Like the songs that are popular today, they're just so talented and put so much work in. And I was actually running here the other day, and they had practice. I was doing the bleachers, and I was just impressed with the work that they put in.
They start early in the summer also.
And there's the big fella. That's number 11 for Hamilton West. And that was Nas Rowell Dye, senior, like we said, 6 foot 265. We're down to 3:36 left in this fourth quarter.
Is that the lefty there, 13?
That is, yeah. So listen.
Kenny Stabler. Was Kenny Stabler 13?
13.
Maybe not.
All right, going to toss it. Number 2's had a couple good runs for them.
territory and out of bounds at the 36. First and 10. Hornets.
Got to finish strong, man. Got to finish strong. Another shout out to a former Bear. I look on the sideline there is George Martin. George Martin was a straight ahead place kicker for us, and I think he played with Mr. Charleston, this Charleston's father. So I bet you he was on the same team, 78, 79.
I always think of Mark Mosley.
Oh,
I was a Redskin fan, now a Commanders. I remember him with that straight up, balls on the ground. Did a pretty good job.
Hey, we better wrap this guy up, man. Things we want to do, we did early in the game. Wrapping up, gang tackling.
And some of these guys, these are some, guys that maybe don't play quite as much regularly, and you got to be fired up. You're getting in a game situation. I want to hit someone here, right?
Brandon Adams, number 77, big kid. Get excited in there, Brandon.
And right now they've just been running the ball, so. All right, a little better there, right?
He stood, he got his man there. I don't know about reading his key. Maybe shut it down a little quicker, stepping down. And again, a shout out to our first aid squad, who's always here, helping out, and the security from Paul Natalicio and the group. And hats off to the Football Booster Club, the quarterback club, providing.
And there we go. Look at this.
The program.
Look at our on TV. They're getting they got it on there, Paul.
We got the another nice throw.
And that was off 16's helmet there.
Yeah, I know.
Aiden Melandro. And I know Aiden Melandro. Good job by Aiden there. I know the Melandro family.
Yeah, so the Booster Club runs an outstanding game program. It's as good as anyone I've ever seen. They're selling hot dogs in there, sweatshirts, bear wear.
So Joanne Yonchuk, right, who retired,
Oh, yeah.
Her son, the kicker, right, when he kicked Tyler?
Tyler.
So she tells a story. She just retired recently in Hammersholt. She said she loves watching. He had that long kick to win it when they beat Monroe.
Right here.
So she goes, we love watching it because you're on the TV saying he's not going to – this is what she said. I have to watch it one time, but basically like he can't make this one or something. And listen, she's not lying. She's honest, but I have to listen to that one time. But she said they love when they watch it, not only with a great kick. I think it was like a 46-yard or something like that.
Maybe 140.
Right. In 10 years from now, it's going to be 56. But what a great kick and what a great win. I still remember that.
Boy, I gotta ask Pags. I want to see that and I'll gotta get him to bleep that out if I said that.
I said it.
Oh, you were doing the game?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Because I think I was down on the sideline.
Yeah, yes, I was doing the. She said I did that. So maybe not as good as Al Michaels' "Do you believe in miracles?" line. I guess that's not going down in history.
I just sent her a picture of that kick. I had it for years. I don't know. It was in my as a gift, and I had it, so I just mailed it to her. Right before she retired, right after she announced her retirement last spring.
All right, so we got under a minute left now.
Kid throws a nice ball.
Yeah, I mean, listen, from what we've seen, right, he had the nice touchdown throw. He's tall.
Right.
He's got some zip on it, right?
The release is up there.
And listen, I don't,
you don't. Who knows what goes on? Maybe he wanted to give the senior a shot.
Yeah, maybe it was close, and you go with the senior. But this guy's a sophomore. This is looks pretty good. Gonna try this side.
Oh man!
All right, kept them just short, so about the 1 yard line. That's going to be first and goal.
He drilled that in there.
That was a good throw.
But we're not getting our hands up. God, I mean, it used to drive me crazy. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. You know, some of those guys got giant paws, you know?
Same thing like basketball. We always talk about deflections and things like that, right? So, all right, let's see here. I would expect a run here. So they give it to the big guy on top. Yep.
Touchdown, Hornets.
All right, they're going to go for 2 here. So 1 yard run with 16 seconds left.
How about that Hamilton band hanging in there to the end?
Yeah.
Good for them. You know, not all schools bands go to the away games anymore. Look at this kid's got a couple some wheels.
Listen, he's mobile enough, right? So 34-14. EB is on top here. We got 16 seconds left. And like you said, maybe, you know, Hamilton West can look at this. Although a loss, they number 13 here.
Right. I mean, they got some kids that can catch the ball.
Yeah.
And they got that, and that'll open a passing game. Will open it up for those running backs.
And like you said, if you look, and I was looking at their schedule. Although the schedule the last couple of years I've looked has been similar.
Yeah. Well,
they've been in some of the games with some of these teams.
They don't got the big group 4s in there. They don't got like the Bears. They got the Peeway. We got North Hunterdon, South Brunswick.
Yeah.
Hunterdon Central.
Old Bridge.
Whew.
Yeah. Now I saw some teams playing last night, right?
It's interesting now, Rich. 10:25, right?
Yep.
Against South Brunswick. That's our last regular scheduled game.
Amazing, right?
And that was all that I talked about it during the soccer game. The state wanted, listening to kids, they wanted a break between seasons.
Yeah.
So, you know, now we can add a game. I mean,
yeah, they're going to, teams that are in the playoffs, you can have the.
Not in the playoffs.
Right.
They can we can add a game up to 2 games if you want, but now you got to get them on your own.
Right.
Which is how we got Jackson last year. Mr. Malta pulled his magic. Just go down. Yeah, maybe not. I get a chance to run the ball.
Yeah,
maybe I'm going to run the ball. Come on, guys.
Well, yeah, I remember, like you said, I remember going from football, Thanksgiving game.
Oh, yeah?
And then the way it used to be.
The day after.
The day after.
And, double sessions. I think you guys did dubs.
Yeah.
Because I know prior to Mr. Henning did, the dumb coach, he had double sessions too.
All right, so we got 12 seconds left. All we got to wait for is the final knee here by Sean Christie. But listen, a lot of positives here, right?
And I'm happy for Hamilton at the end that they had a nice, some things to build on.
And first win as a head coach here for Matt Pazinko. So got to be special for him and the staff. Great job.
Trivia question: the only 2 coaches that got a victory is a wrestling coach, head wrestling coach, and head football coach. Go ahead. Who are they?
Matt Pazinko.
And who's the other one?
I mean, I'm trying to think wrestling coaches who were here.
Head coach.
Head coach. I don't even remember who the head.
Come on.
It's probably an easy one, right?
Yeah. It was kind of not a trick question, but he was our first head football coach. Jay Doyle.
Jay Doyle, okay.
First year he was the head football coach.
Okay.
And he's going into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. The New Jersey, the National Eastern Section Wrestling Hall of Fame.
All right, well, listen, we...
Oh, and good job to Ken Soroka on the announcing.
Yeah.
Taking over for the legendary Mr. McAvoy.
So just to wrap it up here, we can see on the board with East Brunswick 34, Hamilton West 14. East Brunswick will be taking on at Franklin next week. First win as a head coach for Matt Pazenko. Great job by their staff having them ready. One of the games coming into the game, we thought it was kind of a toss-up a little bit possibly, and East Brunswick, lot of good things, a lot of good performances, both on offense and defense. Special teams did a nice job. Overall, really positive going into next week. So for Frank Noppenberger, I'm Rich Whalen. Have a great night and see you soon.